And we're live. We got anybody in the stream? Yeah, we got a few people in the stream. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this short. We got meetings to do today. Hope you guys all like Star Wars and stuff. Got way too many comments and people enjoying that Star Wars thing. It's just fun. We got more people tonight now. I'll get started in like a minute or two. Oh yeah, before I forget, I gotta show this. I don't know why, but my sister, second oldest sister, second in line, want to say hello, kids. Mr. Robles' sister here. Hope you had a wonderful academic. I don't remember. Have a wonderful summer. All stay safe. And then she put her university, the flyers at Lewis University, class of 2020. She wanted to say hello. She would love to meet you all, but she is busy right now. Taking care of old people. I think. I could be wrong. She's out of college, though. I don't know what she's doing. Thor. No one's there. He's crying. You might hear him cry like a few minutes, every couple minutes. Saying like, I want to go upstairs. No one's upstairs. Or everyone's asleep. So that's why he's crying sometimes. That's my sister. Say hi to the kids, Gabby. You can't. Say hi. I know they can't see you from there. Do you want to say anything to the youngins?
Wait, who's on here?
Got 5 students.
Oh, you can't see who they are?
No.
Oh.
I can see them on another tab, but not this one.
If you guys have TikTok, you should follow my TikTok.
Stop promoting TikTok. It's banned in my classroom.
Just follow me on TikTok. It's
Oh my goodness.
Follow me on Instagram.
Don't follow her on Instagram. It's illegal in my classroom. Come here, little moth. Anywho, we'll get started. Oh, cool. Spam risk call. We'll get started with class. All right. 5th grade. Let's go over a few things. First off, mineral tests. It should be an easy one to do. You're going to do a test on testing different minerals, a virtual lab. No mineral test is an easy one. Just stating number 1 through 10. It's Mohs hardness scale, it's called. You'll test different minerals, streaks. Remember, rubbing a mineral against a ceramic plate will cause a streak. For example, how do you tell the difference between pyrite and gold? Pyrite looks green when you streak it, and gold looks gold when you streak that. They might look similar, but they're not the same. That's why color should never be the number one thing. When just normal looking color, streak color, obviously that's different. They each one have most have unique colors, but there's an easy way to tell the difference. Hardness, as I said before, cleavage, how it's cut, breakage. For example, how does it break? Does it break into cubes? Sometimes, like minerals like mica tend to break into sheets like paper. They're flaky, stuff like that. So there's different ways you can break a mineral. And again, there's a difference between breakage and hardness. Breakage means you physically break it. Like diamonds, you can definitely break. But when it comes to like scratching or rubbing against another mineral, obviously that's hardness. That's how strong it is. And diamond's one of the best. There's a reason why diamond's not that rare. Diamond's actually common. It's just that jewelers make it rare since the 1920s because they had way too many diamonds. Then they didn't want to just sell them for cheap because it is hard to take out diamonds out of the ground. It's really hard, but there was so much they're like, we need to figure out how to make them worthwhile. Oh, get married and show your love with diamonds. And ever since then, the jeweler industry has made diamonds really expensive, even though they're not they're pretty cheap. Not to mention there's so many tools, like telling your phone along with some gold, there is diamond inside. There's diamond buzz saws. That's a real thing, because in order to cut diamond out of the ground or into smaller chunks, you need a diamond buzz saw or diamond dusted buzz saws or tools. Yeah, so minerals are naturally organic. There's a we won't cover in this one, but in seventh grade we will, and this goes sixth grade. Sixth grade you'll cover that next year. When it comes to minerals, you will have to realize what the role of a mineral is. What's the difference between a mineral and rock? Minerals are the basic units of building blocks, you could say, of rocks. They're organic. They're inorganic. They're not alive. They're dead. They are mostly made of one material, like one element or compound mixed together. And then I'm currently blanking on the third rule. But there's 3 rules. Almost everything has 3 rules. It's inorganic, it's made of a compound, and I think it has like the properties stated before. They fit somewhere in the scale or somewhere in like stats. In high school, you will have to memorize some of these. All right, 6th grade. We're gonna go quickly. If you want, you can take out your textbook. If not, you'll have a virtual lab, or not virtual lab, like an assessment / game you'll do. On page 250, you see the nuclear power plant. You're gonna have to know to an extent. Just know that there's fuel rods / control rods. They're the ones that have raw uranium inside. When they go inside, you could say water or a control substance, that's where it starts reacting, and that reaction creates steam energy. Energy creates steam's water. The steam goes into a turbine. Turbine turns. And what do you do with that steam? We can't just lose it, because then we have to get more water to refill it. So instead, the steam goes through a tube where it gets cooled by other water. It's mixed and cooled. Not mixed, but like they're in different tubes. But for example, if you put your face against a fridge, obviously it's going to be cold. But if you put your face against like a car's hood, when it's on, it's going to burn. Same thing. You have this hot steam in a tube, and then just water going around that tube to cool it down. And the water inside the steam condensates and goes down. Then when that gets cold, it goes through the cycle again. So you technically have like 2 containers of water, or 3 rings. You got the uranium one that's boiling energy and heat. Then you got the ring like steam for the turbine, and then you have the other water ring that's cooling it down. It's weird, but just know it's like a 3-ring process. And then it's in the turbine, you do have turns generator, goods power. There's also, when it comes to like water that's cooling the steam, that water usually, because again, you don't want to know if it's contaminated or not, usually gets decomposed. It usually gets released naturally, or is because it's hot, because it helps cool down our water, exits those like huge vent pipes. Nuclear power is really good. Like, it is. To be honest, I wouldn't mind having nuclear power. I understand why people don't like it. I mean, nuke bombs are the main reason, and Chernobyl to an extent. But the thing is, those fuel rods can last a long time. The only real disadvantage is, 1, you have to be really safe with it, or else you could get problems. And 2, the trash. Where do we get rid of the rods? Because once the rods are used up, you really can't just throw it away into the trash. No, it's going to start radiation. A lot of nuclear facilities have to take those rods carefully, put them in like either mixture of concrete and lead container, and then drive them to the middle of the desert and then dig them up and then bury them to like nowhere. Like, they think there's a couple of places in the United States that we can bury, but there's none in Illinois. They have to take it to Nevada to drop it usually, and it's always like hazardous. Like, I think that area where Nevada, there's a video on YouTube, where they go over this location where they bury it. It is really spooky, and there's a big sign that says, "Do not go there. Enter here, or you will die." And there's nobody there, but you know what? You're gonna die because there's radioactivity all over that Nevada desert, and a few other desert places bury them. Same in the world, like in Europe, there are places that they ship it to have it buried. That's the one bad thing with nuclear power. It's like, as long as it's safe, people manage it correctly. There's no what's it called? mismanagement that could cause a meltdown, because meltdowns are basically when when it overheats. Like your thing's overheating is going to cause a meltdown, because after a while, same thing with lightsabers, they can burn through steel and burn through all the concrete at a certain temperature. That's why meltdowns are bad. And you need to be smart. Stanley Homer Simpson is one of the smartest men in the world, even though he looks dumb. He's basically what he's doing is he's controlling the levels, which is like, so in Fry Springfield hasn't exploded yet or had a radiation fallout. But yeah, that's really difficult. One more thing before we move on to 8th grade wealth and fitness. Fusion. This should be an easy one. We got molecules merging together. The easiest one we can fuse in the universe is hydrogen into helium. Take 4 molecules of hydrogen, smush them together. It creates helium. But the problem is you have protons, but helium has only 2 protons, 2 neutrons. So where did how did the proton turn to neutron? Well, what happens is basically, and this is more of a high school level science thing you're going to learn, but it's nice to know now, is that when nuclear fusion occurs, when these 4 molecules come together and merge, the 2 protons that turn into neutrons, they release their charge as a beta particle. And it's a small little charge of +1. It just shoots. That's the main source for energy inside like fusion reactors. On Earth, we can't do that because it's just super hard. The only natural way you can do it is through gravity. Gravity is the only natural way, because once you have high gravity, high pressure, you can squeeze them really easily. But if you use energy, it's really difficult. It's extremely difficult. And not to mention, I think someone said, like, not even currently, we don't have enough power on planet Earth to fuse molecules together. If we could, oh man, that chain reaction of energy would be nonstop almost. And it would create a lot of power. Like, I believe someone said, like, 1 fusion molecule together can instantly light a light bulb for a few seconds on its own. Yeah, just 1 molecule, 1 atom. 1 atom fused equals enough power for 1 light bulb to last for a few seconds. And if you know anything about how many atoms are there in, like, let's say, given space right here, that's a lot. That's a lot to power a city, a whole country, a whole planet in a few seconds. But the power is, again, I mean, the sun's always burning. There's a reason why it burns so bright when you get close to it, and even far away you can still see it, is because it has so much matter and gravity, and that's able to constantly burn constantly forever and ever. Well, not forever and ever. It'll eventually die, and we'll talk about that in 7th grade astronomy when we talk about the stars and stuff. It's just super hard. I think the closest thing we've got are the Fermilab reactor and the one in Switzerland. Those are the only 2 reactors that can possibly do fusion, but even then, the way we're shooting hydrogen atoms to each other, it's not enough to merge. They're just shattering, because either they're not merging correctly or it's not enough power to make them stick. They just collide and chip each other off. But yeah, that is nuclear science. I'll talk a little bit more about this, and if you have any questions, just leave it in the comment section on Classroom. I'll gladly answer related to nuclear fusion and nuclear fission. Just let me know. The game on Monday, if I play this game with you, if not, you could ask 7th grade. Just send them a tweet or something, and they'll tell you exactly how fun this game is. It's first the main thing. Sorry, I stuttered. The main thing is you're gonna lose money initially. What you gotta waste money to make money. It'll take you like either a couple minutes or an hour. For me, my first trade took me an hour to make money using a power plant. But the goal is how fast can you make money? Like without like overclocking the nuclear reactor. You have to be careful with how much fuel. If I could possibly do a mirror screen on this, I might show you a demo of what the game looks like and how to play it on Monday, but no guarantees unless I figure that out. I'll look into it. If not, I'll ask YouTube or whatever, or film it from another place. Nuclear reactor game. You are in charge of it. You play Homer Simpson. You're running a nuclear power plant. That's what you're doing. We'll do it on Monday. I'll show you. I'll give you some instructions. If not, I'll record a video and show you how to play. Your goal for that game is to screenshot when you finally make positive money. And if you can talk to other students, figure out what's the best strategy. You're more than welcome. I guess he's in trouble. um, you can figure out what's the best strategy to quickly make money with the power, because you got to be careful. You always have to make sure the levels are not too high. You're not wasting, but you're wasting too much. You're making too much energy that'll cause it to melt down. But at the same time, you want to make actual money and not lose. Like if you have it at the lowest settings, you're not gonna make money. You're not making power. You have to find the right level and then keep an eye, because after a while things get overheated. You got to cool it down. So either lower the heat or either lower the fuel rods, like how many you have in there, or increase water. But at the same time, you don't want to damage your building, because the another thing is things get damaged over time. Weak. Even now, our plumbing system all over the United States is outdated. I forgot. I think I said this to the other kids, but if we had time, and we might do this in ecology, we will talk about lead water and stuff like that. And why our pipes are terrible. Like they haven't been updated since the 40s, 50s. So hopefully, playing modern pipes look amazing. They'll last like a good 50 years compared to the current pipes we have, which only last like 30 and now are getting weak in our prime. All right, 7, 8. You will be doing a little bit of. You have a project day. For the interview part, again, if you know someone that, for example, knows has done keto, or does cardiac or yoga or something like that, you can interview them and include that as your part of your project. If not, just look up a YouTube video and summarize it. Just make sure you include, same thing for the interview. Make sure you include who or what you were watching and summarizing in the final slide. Make sure, and if you want to talk over the slides, like have an audio track or something playing, because I think now you could do that, but I could be wrong. You're more than welcome to record that and put it on your classroom. Excuse me. Had bacon today and some potatoes. Anywho, I'm gonna leave soon, so I know I'm gonna be at the 7 and 8th grade. Cyrus 5th and 6th. I forgot. I was busy yesterday or Monday. I forgot what day it was, but your reading night or whatever, which pertains to, it will be a reading night today and tomorrow for 7 and 8th grade. So catch you there. If you have any questions, let me know. Come on. I'm sad in here alone. Only had like 2 or 3 comments. Sorry, my allergies are kicking in. Allergy season starts now. My body hates the sudden cold and warmth of the world. We'll talk about allergies. Actually, think in cells. We actually do talk about it. Oh yeah, and we're gonna start cells on Friday for 7 and 8th grade. So please have your textbooks by now. If you don't, just have your parents email me and I'll see what I can do. All right. Well, with that being said, I'll catch you guys later. Stream will be on Friday. No stream tomorrow. Friday for sure, but Friday will be most likely at noon because I have an appointment in the morning to attend. Because unfortunately, now that all the businesses are open, I can finally go to the doctors after 2 months of not going or being postponed until further notice, because we don't know when we're going to open again. So I'll see you most likely after that. So noonish or evening class, whichever. I'll see you guys on Friday. All right. So with that being said, take care and peace, y'all.